Indiana Jones is undoubtedly one of the most recognisable characters ever to grace the silver screen. In 1984, back when Kathleen Kennedy produced good movies, and after the incredible success of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the sequel, which is actually a prequel, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, was released. A much darker tale, Temple of Doom leans heavily on Harrison Ford in the lead role and the hope that his charm might bandage over a storyline that doesn't quite hit the heights of Raiders. In saying that, if you're a 70s/80s kid like us, Temple of Doom was undoubtedly on high rotation on the family VCR. Joining me in the thuggy cult, G-Man. How are you, mate?
Is it thuggy or tuggy?
No, tuggy's what you're doing when Chrissy goes out for the night.
Jesus. Just starts early. I believe they pronounce it tuggy.
Okay. Okay. All right. I pronounce it tuggy. Come on, just give it a tuggy. Damo would be the Grand Maharaja of the tuggy cult. How are you,
for
mate?
sure. Yeah,
Sir
thank you.
Dimmy.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here to hear about Gal's insights into his mate, Short Round. You know,
Yeah, couldn't get him on. He's gone to ground a little bit.
Oh,
Well,
gone
he's
to
a
ground,
busy
gone
man.
around.
He's an Oscar
That's
winner, isn't he?
disappointing.
Oscar winner.
He's
Yeah.
Oscar winner. Yeah, but I thought
I
we
think
were going to have
Oscar's changed him a little bit.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, a little bit. You know,
a bit,
it's a shame. It's a
bit
shame.
on himself now, is he? Okay.
Hasn't got time. Hasn't got time for the.
It happens to us all.
Well, you dominated him back in the day.
When we've had a successful podcast for a long time, and he's always been jealous of that. I think.
I think
Yeah.
that's the underlying thought that I get.
Now he thinks that some sort of award that's going to even up to. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you know where he can stick his Oscar.
Yeah.
He can use it when he's having a tuggy.
I'm sure if you won one, you probably would.
Just the tip.
It'd be your material for a while.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be. Come out. Don't come in. Don't come in.
Are you with that statue again?
We are born to watch, the movie podcast where we don't take the movie or ourselves too seriously, except Dama.
During the Snorbs report?
Looking forward to tonight.
Yep.
Should be interesting.
Yes.
1984 movie, overs and unders, 41 years old, this one.
Ooh.
I don't know if this is conservative or this is overstretching it. It's going to be conservative for me, and it's going to be overstretching it for Damo. And I don't know where Gao sits on this. 25. This is one of the great 80s trilogies. And I still remember the day when it came out on, I remember Megan's parents owned a McDonald's and it came out on VHS, and she had the McDonald's. And they did a 3-pack at McDonald's.
Oh, Indiana Jones 3-pack.
Yeah.
What was in it?
3 fucking Indiana Jones movies, mate.
I thought you meant the food. Yeah, I thought like 3 nuggets and
3
chips and a
nuggets,
Coke.
3 nuggets, a heart, a heart burger, and flaming hot fries.
Yeah.
So 25, Damo, where do you sit?
I saw this at the movies.
Wow.
Super pumped because I love the first movie. And then I saw it on TV. And then after the movies, I was thoroughly disappointed when I watched it. And I watched it the other night. I'm on 3.
3?
Yeah.
For Temple of Doom?
Yep.
Jeez, that's
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
It's definitely not anywhere near as many watches for me as Raiders.
Oh, God, no way.
No way.
They're chalk. These movies are chalk and cheese.
They are
Raiders
chalk
and
and
this
cheese.
thing.
They are
Good
chalk.
grief. Yeah.
And then I think they overcompensate for in the third one a bit.
Yeah.
For
They lose it
Yeah.
pretty quick. They jump the shark pretty quick in this.
G-Man, overs and unders 25. First memories?
Pretty sure I saw it at the movies because I was a massive Raiders fan.
Yep.
Massive Raiders fan. I loved Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, and I watched that so many times. And when this came out, I used to have one. You know, they used to make for the movies those like glossy books.
Or the movies. Oh, yeah.
You know, and they'd be like 25 pages.
Yeah.
Like a program.
Like a program.
Yeah.
But it would like tell a story, but it'd be very quick through the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one over there for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah, I had one like
Okay.
that. I remember, and I when
Looked
it
at
first
it.
came out because I was so into it, and I watched this a heap of times when I was a kid because I loved Indiana Jones.
Mm.
And I haven't watched it for a long, long time. Not sure it still stands up.
Okay, it's going to be. I think this is going to be it could be a polarizing episode.
Yeah,
Because
it
for
could
a
be.
movie, I think this could be a movie that comes with such, it's revered by many, but I think it's caught in the gravity of the original film.
Yeah.
I think if this movie came out and if this was the first movie,
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure they make 3 of these.
No, I wouldn't have.
No.
No.
And look,
Well, it wasn't still Spielberg's favorite.
no, and like he had a lot to say about it. But look, I saw this at the movies. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it over 25 times comfortably. Again, video shop, have it on the video shop. Very easy on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Even though it's a bit dark.
But scary.
And I did watch this with Isabel,
yeah.
which was good.
She liked it.
Father of the Year. She loved it.
She
She got a lot to
I
say
think
about
it's a bit of a dark storyline, but it's very light-hearted
Mate,
in
it's-
that
you
too.
know what?
Like
props to him for pulling his heart out of the chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's pretty
they-
full on.
they do cut a lot of that. They cut it out, so it's
You
it
do
is a
know
beating
that you
chest.
do know that Spielberg got a new rating for this movie. He got the PG-13 rating through with the rating board, so that
right.
he could do what he wanted. But yeah, look, Over's 25 for me. Saw it at the movies. It's not my favorite Raiders movie.
I hope not.
It's not my least favorite Raiders movie.
Dial of Destiny obviously takes that, or maybe that other one with the.
I think Dial of Destiny is the worst Raiders movie by far.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Apart from these two, I haven't seen all of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Have you seen Last Crusade? Surely you've seen Last Crusade. Sean Connery.
The Sean Connery one you would have.
I have seen parts of it. I don't know if I've ever
Okay.
seen it in full.
Last Crusade's way better than this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still not as good as one.
No,
One is-
Raiders is pedestal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in the greatest movies ever made.
Unbelievable!
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it rated very well.
The
here
whole
on
the
the
whole
rank book.
starting part of that movie with the spiders on the back and going in,
Oh,
Yeah.
the rolling
just
ball,
so
all of that
good.
was
Yeah.
So good.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's do that one.
G-Man, why don't you tell us about Temple of Doom?
If adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones.
Good voice.
Yeah, it's adventurous voice.
After barely escaping a raging Shanghai nightclub brawl, Indy crash lands into the wilds of India, where he uncovers a sinister scheme that has enslaved a remote village's children in a fortress like mine. Indy must save the children and avoid becoming a slave himself to the evil Tuggy cult. Along for the raucous rescue attempt is Indy's pint-sized sidekick, Short Round, as well as a reluctant nightclub songbird, not of her generation, Willie Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Join Indy as he outwits bloodthirsty villains and experiences the spectacular twists and turns of a thrilling mine car chase in the ultimate roller coaster adventure, Temple of Doom.
Wow.
Well, question. So I think I was in my own version of the Tuggy cult as a teenager.
Yeah.
It's called the Guilt Years.
Yeah.
I think we all go through it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Thuggy. But anyway.
Thuggy, tuggy.
I think it's Tuggy, but I noticed maybe it's just the inflection they have when some of the indicators said Tuggy, so I wasn't sure if that was the actual.
I'm happy to run. I'm happy
Yeah.
to run with Tuggy.
But as a fellow songbird,
Yeah.
do you think it's an accurate description for her to be
As a
in the songbird
As a
class?
songbird, bit of work to do,
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
all
no,
be.
there's something to make a day.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll talk a little bit more about her.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about her singing a little
Yeah.
further.
She's no songbird. Honestly, that's you can't just throw that term around loosely. That's
cabaret singer at best.
yeah.
Horny showgirl, I would say.
Mm.
Okay, well, good synopsis there, G. Love the voice.
Mm.
Let's watch and listen to the trailer.
Good. Turn the
'Cause
volume
that's
up.
what you normally do to video trailer.
That trailer reeks of we don't need to do anything. People are going to come and see this
I
movie
was just
because of Raiders
thinking
of the
that.
Lost Ark.
So we're just trading on
Yep.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. Everyone's coming to see it.
Yep.
Was obviously a box office smash.
Oh, for
because of
sure.
that.
And it was always going to be.
Yeah.
But
It's
not.
a bit spooky at the start of it. That music and then the
Yeah.
sort of the cult and the
Well, it's
sacrifice thing.
You know what though? It's going to turn a lot of people away. I reckon that trailer.
I think it looked pretty good. I think it looked guns swinging on his whip, punching people in the face, kissing a girl, doing all that.
Passionate kiss. Passionate kiss. Critical thinking. IMDb rates Temple of Doom 7.5 out of 10. Certified fresh with a 77% tomato meter and an 82% popcorn meter.
Wow, I'm surprised. I don't know. That's
Got
high.
Yeah, I got a good review here from Ian Nathan of Empire magazine. The sustained furor of humor, visual panache, and headlong momentum makes for dazzling cinema, all of which makes it possibly Spielberg's most underrated film.
I forget. Nah, this guy's wrong. It's not underrated at all.
You don't think so?
God, no. After those IMDb scored, this is overrated.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be an interesting discussion. Sloan Nixon I can feel his blood boiling. He's coming after you. Got a bad review. Davey Kerr's back, Wayne,
Oh, good on you, Wayne.
of the Chicago Reader. The film betrays no human impulse higher than that of a 10-year-old boy trying to gross out his baby sister by dangling a dead worm in her face.
You know, it does have some merit. I think so.
I think he goes way too far the other way. He just sounds like one of those I want to be controversial guys.
There was a lot of gross out sort of stuff, though. And
There was a lot of gross
The
out.
There was
bug,
supposed to
the
be.
food,
Yeah.
the snakes, the vampire bats.
Yeah, there was. Hang on, I'm just going
Jeez,
to
what?
slide this across a bit.
I don't know.
We can just get a bit more gout because he likes to lean out.
Oh, you got his good side?
Well, we're going to
What-
try
which-
to.
Yeah, your good side's.
Look, I think this movie, for one, I don't understand. Okay, let me start again. This reeks of George Lucas, this movie.
Oh, really? He was just a producer, right?
He was executive producer. Him and Spielberg, well, I think this is a George Lucas. In the original movie, he developed it and got Spielberg to direct it.
Right.
And I still think that George was one of the, if not the major player in this
He
franchise,
was.
right?
He massively was.
Yeah. And so this reeks, it's got a lot of beats. It's got a lot of Star Wars beats, this movie.
Yes, it certainly does.
And this feels like he's gone, you know what worked for us?
yes.
You know what
let's
worked
do
for us
this
in
again.
Empire?
Yeah.
Really dark in Empire. Let's do it here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think even Spielberg said they went overly dark with it. But the scene that got me with that was when they're in the crushing cave.
The
It's-
power the trash
It's the
compactor.
traction compactor.
That's
Yeah, it's
exactly,
exactly the same thing.
Same thing.
Mate. I'm gonna go.
Turn off the
Yeah.
I'm
trash
gonna
compactor's
go-
on detention level.
I'm going one further, and I've got it in my notes. I don't know where it is, but when the children escape, it's the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
Mm.
So they're
Yeah.
tripping the guards over. They're throwing rocks down on them.
Yes, they did.
It's Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. But also the other bit where Indiana Jones turned into Han Solo. Listen, princess, the way he spoke,
Yeah.
it was. I had
They had very much
I
that
had
back and
pure
forth.
He
Han Solo vibes there.
In the bedroom, when he takes her the
Yeah,
fruit.
yes.
He becomes very smug, which
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is not really smug. Han Solo is smug.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that there was
Yeah.
I think they lost their way
Yeah.
massively with this movie.
Well, they were looking for that comedic interaction between the two
Oh,
of them,
Too
right?
far.
And they,
Too
were,
far.
they wanted to bounce
Yes.
back between the two of them.
Yeah.
They wanted that
Yeah.
moonlighting
Yeah.
sort of Sybil Shepherd,
Yeah.
Bruce Willis kind of
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Matty Hayes.
Yes,
Well,
Matty Hayes.
Well, gee, man, it's probably a good stepping stone here for ordinary people.
Well, we'll talk about them. We won't go too much into Harrison Ford's career because we have done it before and know what a massive superstar is. And I'm a massive fan of his,
Oh yeah.
of all of his work. Obviously, he's been in Star Wars. He's been in this. He's been in tons of things. I think in this movie that, yes, he may have crossed the line a little bit, but he is still out and out the star of this show. He's the thing that carries the whole vehicle.
The only thing that saves this movie is him. I
Yeah.
think every other character is so secondary to him. Whereas I find in Raiders, you had Marion, who actually had it. You had Belosh. You had
He's the monarch of the so whatever his
you
name
had Gimli.
was. Yes.
You had even the bald guy that
Denham Elliott even.
burns his hand.
Yeah.
I think he had a lot of other guys that held
Good characters.
the screen
Well, I
with him.
think a lot of the
The
other
monkey?
characters in this don't get much run. I mean, you don't see Mola Ram until after halfway.
After
through the
halfway,
movie.
yeah.
Chadalal really has nothing to do with it. The Maharaja has only a bit part. You see him in
he's
two
a-
scenes basically.
He's an arc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So,
everyone's a bit part.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
This is the problem with this movie, that it's the Indy show, which is great, but no one else has any depth. Like even Willie. Oh, Willie's annoying. Short Round is, and I've got stuff to talk about with Short Round in question time.
You go easy on Short Round.
But they're all caricatures.
I for the time I liked the Short Round character. I think it added a bit of levity. He's a young kid that he's found. Like I like that story, and then the kid gives him a bit of crap. Dr. Jones, I like that. I thought it was quite funny. There was some good interaction. I don't think he overplayed his hand.
Isabel loves Short Round.
Yeah,
and that's who Short Round is made
that's
for.
exactly right.
Yeah,
which I'm going to use it now. In question time, I've got a question, and I'll just ask the question now because I think it's really pertinent. Now, Belle absolutely loves Short Round. Is this character a look into the future with the apparent child-friendly Jar Jar Binks? George Lucas has an issue. He dumbs stuff down to cross all the age groups. And I get that Short Round, he's not a bad character. He's effectively Data from the Goonies, right? Same guy, same character. But I don't know.
I didn't mind it because I think that from the first movie, it's the main two characters, right? And there's other characters, but it's him and Marion.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it's a prequel, obviously, but he's got a sidekick.
It's Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. He had an offsider.
It's not bad. I don't know.
But they didn't. I did like the fact that they didn't make Short Round like he's a kid. So at the end, there's a few little karate moves, but he, when the guards pick him up and throw him away, it's not like he took people out.
There are some cute moments. There are some cute moments with him. There's some cute moments with Indy and him. But he's there. He's there so the kids go.
Superman and Superdog. It's the same. Just let's cater for the littlies.
Yeah, let's get them to buy the merch.
Was there a Short Round action figure?
There would have been.
Doing a roundhouse?
I could probably get it.
Yeah.
Right, G.
Let's move on to Kate Capshaw. Now, this was her first movie. She done.
Wow, I wonder how she got the movie.
No, they met on set.
Yeah,
they met on set.
And they started dating on set.
Okay. Yeah, they started dating. Yeah.
Getting back to your point before, when we were watching the trailer, you're saying worst movie kiss. And I was like, probably because by the stage they're kissing, it's the boss's girlfriend, and you probably don't want to be kissing her too much.
Right.
Maybe he's like, hey, mate.
Yeah, but she doesn't even offer any lip. She's like, she makes Roger Moore look like a passionate kisser.
Yeah.
Look, she was married. She was married before him. She was married to obviously Robert Capshaw, a guy named Robert Capshaw.
Bob to his mates.
Yeah. But before that, she was. It's interesting. She her maiden name is Kathleen Sue Nail.
Jimmy's
sister.
Ain't no Dallas,
She was actually a teacher.
Morg's
She had a master's. She was a teacher with learning disabilities,
right?
And was actually teaching, and then just wanted to become an actress.
Yeah,
she was on a TV show in the US. She was on a couple of shows and an early movie, and then this came along. So she beat out 120 odd actresses.
Yeah. This would have been like a prized role.
Yeah, I mean there were heaps of people obviously looking for this movie.
In hindsight, knowing that they've got together on the set, do you think she's come in and Spielberg's on? Well, I like the cut of her jib.
Let's give her a role.
Let's give her a role. And George has gone, there's only one female role, Steve-O.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, yeah, it's the main lead.
Yeah.
Give it to her.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I can root her.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I can root her.
100%. Definitely.
Obviously, she's come in and they've gone, there's definitely a bit of
mate,
passion, a bit of energy between them. He's on, you can have this.
Mate.
And
guys will do anything, even at no matter what level.
But from her perspective, what started as I just need to get a job flirting.
Yes.
Turned into rooting the boss.
Yep.
And then you're too deep then.
You're hired.
Yeah, and he's already a quadrillionaire.
You're an unknown. You're a school teacher. Yeah, you're hired.
She's a single mum with a mortgage. You got a quadrillionaire showing some interest.
Yeah.
We really ripped down those massive producers in the States, haven't we? Yes, down to the
No,
last
I think
you just want to root. You hide.
I think it was honest though. I think Spielberg's a lovely man. I don't think
Yes.
there was any casting couch or anything like that. But I think he's a bit like, I like her.
Mm.
I like her.
Yeah. We obviously saw, something.
He saw the wet T-shirt. That's what he
She
saw.
was in after this. She was in Black Rain. She had a role
Yeah,
of
she's
choice
great
there.
in Black Rain.
She looked really good looking in Black Rain,
Yeah.
I reckon.
She's a good-looking lady.
She's way better
She's
in
better
Black
in Black
Rain.
You know,
Rain.
she's not blonde. She dyed her hair blonde for this movie
Oh, really?
because they wanted someone different to Karen Allen to marry him.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
so I think actually
And super curly.
and I think
Permed.
actually the
Pubes.
production designer or the costume designer wanted to have red hair. They wanted the part to have red hair.
Oh,
But
they
then
know you're a
they-
shot.
Strawberry one.
Then they give her blonde hair. I think that's why she had the massive
Right,
woofy hair.
It was
Good
very 80s.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, Shanghai,
In 1934,
1935,
very 80s hairdo.
Yeah.
Moving on. Look, we've talked about Rounders. You know,
Yeah.
he's had a funny career because he had Temple of Doom, and that was obviously the first movie. He's a kid. He'd done a lot of other little things. Then he was in Dado, as Whitey said, in the Goonies. He was in Head of the Class. Remember that show in the 80s, Head of the Class?
Yes.
He did a few episodes, 27 episodes of that. But then after that, he was from about 2001. He didn't do anything for nearly 20 years.
Kumate's.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Kumate's.
Yeah. A lot of, he was trying to establish himself. Until he did Everything Everywhere All at Once. He sort of got back in with a couple of things. Then he had that and obviously got his Oscar there.
Yep.
And then he did the Loki show with Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. So he was in that recently as
Oh,
well.
He's in a movie now as well. That's I think just
Oh,
out
he's
this year.
become
He's
the
become
flavour.
massive again.
Yeah.
You know, you are right. What Kumate's, he was doing martial art. No, he was like a stunt coordinator on movies.
I know I'm right.
You know, he was the actual stunt coordinator.
Yeah, I know. Him and Frank Dukes.
What's his
went at it?
What's his genre? What was he?
Hey?
What genre of fighting?
Macrame.
Yeah,
Do you
he was Shotokan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You would eat him up.
Oh, mate.
Like
We
a
had
spring
tussles back
roll.
in the day.
Like a spring
I'm
roll.
still going to push for that exhibition match between you and him.
Yeah.
I think it'll be huge,
For sure. Agreed.
massive.
Anyone else, G?
No, look, that's really it.
No.
There are a lot of bit parts in this.
No,
Yeah.
no, there's no one else. There's literally three people in this movie.
There's Lao Che. You remember Lao Che?
Yeah, I like Lao Che.
Tanaka
Yeah.
from Bloodsport.
Yeah. Tanaka-san.
Tanaka-san.
He gives young Frank Dukes,
Put up your dukes.
the kid Frank Dukes, he's the house he breaks into. Tanaka-san.
Oh, right,
He's his shitoshi.
right.
Here's my.
Oh,
Shitoshi.
was he the maniacal laughing son?
No.
Like in Shanghai? Or is
No. He's the boss.
No, he's the
Oh,
boss.
he's
Lao
the
Che's the
president.
boss.
Oh, like,
The big
yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
A bit of a cameo from
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan
Oh,
Aykroyd.
that's right. Yes, there's an Englishman.
It's just out of random out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
A true cameo gear.
True cameo.
Arcing back to the early days of Born to
Mm.
Watch.
But yeah, anyway, let's move on.
All right, well done. What about box office and any awards, G-Man?
Interesting. So domestically 179 million, internationally 153, so worldwide 333 million was the highest grossing box office movie for that year. Budget of 28 million.
Ooh.
So made plenty of money back. An opening weekend, what do you reckon?
I reckon it made its
100.
budget. I reckon it made its budget back.
25.7,
Wow.
almost 13-week run, so definitely made it back within a couple of months. They got their money. 84, we talked before. Amadeus won 8 awards, including Best Picture,
Amadeus.
Best Director,
Best
Best Actor for F. Morgs Abraham.
Oh, yes. Well done, Morgs.
Um,
It's two
The
Morgs
Killing
likes mentioned.
Fields.
Dr. Zayas.
Indiana Jones won Best Visual Effects and had a nominee for Best Original Score for John Williams.
Dun, 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 dun. Really? Because it's the same as the.
No, the
Is it
score. I
slightly-
think it's the score,
I know,
not
but
just the
it's-
song.
But it sounds okay. So all right, overall, but
That's the only thing I could
sounds like
think of.
sounds like the first movie,
Yeah.
just rehashed.
Dr. Zayas.
But if we look at the top 5 movies of 84, Indiana Jones or Temple of Doom number 1, we've covered. Beverly Hills Cop number 2.
Yep.
Ghostbusters number 3.
Yep.
Grand Canyon: The Hidden Secrets.
Oh my gosh!
I don't remember. I've never seen that one.
No,
That's
I never.
number 4.
I remember it though, but yeah,
Gremlins number 5.
And Karate Kid's in there as well.
Karate Kids number 7.
Phoebe Cates, one of the great Snorbs.
The
reports.
Terminator's number 11.
Wow,
mate,
that's
it's
crazy.
We've done a
Bachelor Party.
lot.
Bachelor Party. We've done 8 movies
Bachelor
in,
Party's number 21.
and I'm looking at one here that we're gonna do. Red Dawn.
Oh, okay. The Wolverines.
Yeah.
Conan
what
the
a
Destroyer.
movie. What a movie. I'd hate to think about my overs and unders for Red Dawn.
Oh, really?
It was an afternoon staple for me. Taped it off the TV.
Mate, I might be on one.
You got mental problems, don't you?
Oh, clearly.
You got mental problems, don't you? G-Man, well done. 1984 hit sleeper dud. We're going back to the well for the 9th time. I think some of us have got the same movies we've used before. G-Man, you got the hit.
I found one. I found an Aussie one.
This will be good.
Oh,
You say going to say Razorback?
Coolangatta
No,
Gold.
no, we've been to Razorback. We've been to Coolangatta Gold.
Mhm.
No,
Ginger Megs?
no. Found one a movie starred Carmen Duncan.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Matlock and Cop Shop.
She's Cop
Yeah.
Shop. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Paula Duncan, her sister.
Oh, wow. I did get him
Yes.
confused then. Yeah,
and
right.
I'd love to have a beer with.
Duncan.
Yep, Duncan, yep. Red
Duncan's
Simons. Old Red was in there.
God,
Oh,
well,
God.
jeez.
Nicholas Eady.
Right.
Annie Jones. Remember Annie Jones from Neighbours?
Yeah, I loved Annie
Annie
Jones.
Jones.
She was Jane.
Jane.
Oh,
played
Colin
Jane.
yeah,
Minogue's-
right.
Colin
Yeah,
Minogue's,
And Simone Buchanan from
Oh,
Hey
she-
oh,
Dad.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Dad. Yeah.
That's just sounding real
yeah.
good.
It's a movie about my wedding. It's called Run, Chrissy, Run.
She didn't.
She didn't.
She's
yeah, she
trying.
didn't
She
run.
might be trying to, but
she-
she hasn't.
I never
She's
heard of it.
regretting.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
not getting
regretting.
very far. She's not
Oh.
getting very far. She's trying. Funny. Sleeper Damo.
Look, I couldn't go past because this week, obviously, we heard about Val Kilmer.
Yeah, very, very sad.
Yeah, very sad.
And when I was looking through and I saw
Top secret.
Top Secret, Nick Rivers, I was like, I have to mention Top Secret because that is a awesome movie. It's where
Yeah.
I first ever knew of Val Kilmer. And yeah, awesome movie. And,
Iconic scene in the obviously in the cow suit.
oh,
Still,
yeah.
it's like one of my
What are you-
longest
oh,
memories.
Such a hurry to move on. Just wait here for a little bit. Like the cow suit scene. There's so many bits. Omar Sharif's in that movie too. It's a brilliant movie. But yeah, to Val, he's mate. Because I was thinking about like everyone obviously knows, like Top Gun and Doc Holliday, but Nick Rivers and also Mad Mardigan in Willow.
Ah, yes.
My
Willow.
God, that was a good movie, Willow.
Well,
So yeah, so
but he obviously played Jim Morrison as well in The Doors.
oh yeah, I know.
Like
yeah.
he was a
He
funny
was a
actor.
Batman.
I reckon he was a bit rocks or diamonds, Val. I think he could be excellent or he could look super disinterested. He was in Heat,
Yeah,
like he plays Nick Chehalis or whatever in Heat. It's sad that he's gone. There's no doubt.
But
He
you remember his role. You remember Iceman. You
I think he
remember the
played- no,
holiday.
he
You
played-
remember these characters.
he played a big part in our lives. Like
Mm,
those,
yeah.
we've reviewed a few Val Kilmer movies, and we're not done either
Yeah.
with them. But yeah, like sad to die the way he did. Another one from throat cancer.
Yeah,
Yep.
apparently he was bedridden for the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Very
in
sad.
in the he couldn't effectively
Maverick,
talk when
no,
he was in Maverick.
No,
so,
it was a voice.
yeah, it was a
over,
voiceover. It was
and,
his son.
and he used his text messages.
The Val documentary called Val, which is done by his son, is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And when his son talks, you swear to God it's
Same,
Val Kilmer,
really, okay.
which is why they used his voice in
Yeah.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Look, I know he passed away. It's very sad. There's also today Jay North passed away. He was the original Dennis the Menace
Oh,
from the 60s TV show.
Jeez, right.
Peter's brother,
He's not that famous.
He's
Peter
fairly
North.
famous.
the decorator.
Also, Dennis Arndt passed away. Now, he was one of the cops in Basic Instinct, one of the three policemen
Oh, right.
in the station there where she does the famous leg scene.
With Newman.
With Newman.
Yep.
Nielsen.
Newman was like, I need to wet my stamp.
Oh, you're sweating on the old Newman.
Newman. He's the best. Well done, people. Oh, I've got the dud.
Oh, yeah.
Should probably do that. I'm going back to the well, one of my most hated movies of all time. I got about 4 minutes into it, 16 Candles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I get them and Pretty in Pink mixed up.
Yep.
Yep.
Morgs was watching Pity in Pink the other week.
What?
He's another one
Was
with
he?
some severe, like, people, we're going to start a donation
Seriously.
page. We're going to start a donation page on the Born to Watch website just to get Damo and Daniel some counselling. They need it.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I'll take the money. I'll take the counselling.
Question time. Okay. So the club in Shanghai, does it only know one song? Anything goes?
Anything
Because
goes.
so she comes out.
Yeah, but it's bilingual version.
Yeah. Un, dos, tres, sape, patinco, pa. Siga, patoka, taka, padibada.
Did you notice a lot of the background dancers weren't Chinese dancers?
No, they were all Caucasian,
Yeah,
essentially.
with the short, dark haircuts.
Yeah.
But did you notice too that all of a sudden they're on this giant
Yeah.
stage?
It was like Annie.
It was like
Like when they went to the movies in Annie.
yeah, all of a sudden they're on this giant stage which doesn't exist in that
No,
restaurant.
they went back into the dragon and then they're on the stage. It reminded me of the scene in
Big Trouble in Little China.
what's the one with the dude? The Big Lebowski.
Oh, right.
The Big Lebowski.
Right, the
Where
dude,
they go
yeah.
in. The name got rid of it. You know when he goes in and he's
Yeah.
dancing away?
Yeah.
It was dead set the
But yeah,
TARDIS because all of a sudden it was this giant club.
I had that in my bed. I was like, they had the start scene and she's singing. Okay,
Yeah.
we get the point. She's
Yeah.
a singer and she's in a cabaret nightclub.
And then
And then they go for a full dance scene. I was
Yeah.
like,
But then
Just seemed a little
the
bit
fight
full
the
on.
fight sequence starts and then they start playing Anything Goes again. I'm like,
throws it on again.
they start playing again. I'm like, play a different song.
Yeah.
And then the dancers come out again.
Same choreo.
During the big dance sequence when the screen goes black and they're dancing like it's they're Shirley Temple times.
Yep.
Belle
Well,
looks at me
they
and
were still
goes,
doing the cha-cha.
Belle looks at me and goes, Damo would be loving this.
Fair enough.
nice, Belle.
Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is Willie?
10. 9.5. 9.5 for me.
Super annoying.
Yeah. She's a 10.
Yeah.
There is
I'm reckoning that when they were making him drink the Carly sleep cover, he was like, just
Please give it to me.
Just give it to me.
Give it to me.
Who's the double?
Yeah.
She's a punish.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this is the problem is that she's a caricature. Everyone else is just it's just so poorly written.
We're bouncing into good and bad.
Okay,
here,
for sure.
I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
'cause
Okay,
We'll talk more there.
here's one. We're going to go back to the well to last week. Where does the chemistry between Indy and Willie rank? Above or below Frank Farmer and Rachel Marin?
It's on a par.
It's bad, man.
I that is once again, as Gal just said, we're flipping. It's in my bad.
Yeah.
There is no chemistry between these two.
There is nothing to make you think that either of them
No,
want to sleep with each other.
nothing.
And then all of a sudden he takes her an apple.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, it's game on now.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Apples are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it, having not watched it for a long time, that was really stark to me this time. Noticing that because there wasn't much interaction between them apart
There's nothing.
No.
They're on the plane and
Yeah,
then,
and then they're out.
Yeah.
and they're fighting this the whole way. There just wasn't. And look, as a kid, when you watch it, you don't notice all
No,
that
you
stuff.
don't.
And then there's a
Yeah.
love story. Oh, he likes her because that's what happens in
Yeah,
movies.
it's a guy and a girl. Okay,
Right?
gonna,
They're going to love each other. But I
Yeah.
just found that I was like, yeah, they didn't really interact
no.
that much. And
Yep.
all of a sudden they're in the bedroom going, you bloody want it? No, you bloody want it.
Yeah.
See,
5 minutes.
That would have been better quality.
That would have been better dialogue.
The dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you bloody. Why don't you bloody get in there? You bloody fucking bloody.
You
5
want
minute-
it? No, you bloody want it.
She bloody wants it, mate.
That's the script.
Oh,
That's the
my
alternate
God.
script. Gal's got hold of it.
Okay. Now, does Indiana Jones carry a set of formal attire in his rucksack?
Mate, that's what I was thinking. He's got all the gear in there.
Because he changes.
Yeah.
He gets
James
on the
Bo-
plane.
he's James
He's
Bond.
James Bond. Then
Yeah.
he changes into the Indy attire.
Yeah. Yep.
Then he gets to the palace and changes into a
No,
suit and tie.
Well, it's his teaching outfit.
Yeah.
Almost.
I'm like, does he just have that in the?
That backpack is.
It's the TARDIS.
It's got everything.
another
It is
TARDIS.
another TARDIS. Yeah, it's got everything in there. I know, and she had nothing.
Well, what did she wear to the dinner? Did they give her a dress?
No,
No,
she
she wore
the
the traditional.
traditional
Oh,
thing.
that's
She remember
right.
she had the
She
short.
Yeah, the
did look
sari
very
and the
nice.
She
in
did
there.
look good.
Yeah, she looked really
I
nice.
I didn't even think of that. I just assumed that they gave him a suit.
And-
Like they're
and
there
it-
like
oh.
Channel L will give you one of his
Oh,
suits.
right,
you
yeah.
know.
But
okay.
then the other thing is, if Chatterlow's not wearing what Harry's wearing, that's dead set tweed college professor outfit.
In stinking hot India too.
Yeah.
You'd be sweating your tits
Oh,
off.
mate.
Mate, what about Professor Blumpkin? Whatever his name
Oh,
was.
the English
Yeah.
Blumpkin.
general. Was he? Was he a general? He was a Navy military guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He had the ear of the Prime Minister.
He did. Blumpkin, Blumbuff, Blumbuff, or something. Blumbert. Yeah.
Blumbert.
Blumpluff.
Okay, would you eat anything at the palace dinner?
Oh, monkey brains.
No, let's be serious here. Would you eat anything at the palace dinner?
The soup. I'm just. What eyeballs
The
were
eyeball
they?
soup.
I mean, what were the eyeballs?
Human
from?
eyeballs.
Oh, they were human?
In hindsight,
Yeah.
human eyeballs.
Okay.
Pancop Palace. Child human eyeballs.
I wouldn't have eaten that. So did Indy eat anything, or did Blumbird eat anything?
No, Indy didn't eat anything.
They
Yeah.
didn't show them.
They
eating
didn't
it.
They didn't
that,
show them
yeah.
eating.
You just assumed he was fine with it.
Okay, so then
He's a man of the world.
Yeah.
secondary to this question, gun to your head, what are you eating? Here's the options. Coiled Wrigley's, Snake Surprise.
Oh yeah.
Crispy Cleopatra, which is the
The
bug.
bugs. Yeah.
Soup of the head. I think it's a sheep's head. I think they're sheep's eyeballs, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
looked human to me.
I like lamb.
And primate parfait, chilled monkey brains.
Yeah.
Which one are you eating?
I think I'd go the bugs.
I think I'm the bug.
It was kind of they ate it a bit like almost like an oyster. It sort of crack
Yeah.
it open and then
It was a bit like
take the
pate.
shit
It was a bit
out.
like pate.
I'd probably go the bug, but I'd probably be asking for extra rice. Just take more rice over
You
here.
know,
So then, okay, let's
more
throw
rice.
another question in, just off the cuff that you brought that up, Gow. They go to the village to begin with, and they give them the food on the leaf.
oh yeah.
And it's just, I'm
It's-
looking at
it's a
that,
bit of
I'm
slop.
saying diarrhea on a leaf.
Yes.
If you eat any of that, you are shitting for a month.
Yeah.
And Indy says to Willie, these people are starving.
They haven't eaten.
Eat the food. And she goes, oh, you can eat. No, you got to eat the food. Don't you go to the rice? She picks up the snot
Yeah.
and eats that. Just get a little bit of rice.
I know, but where's the buttered chicken? You know, we're in India. Where's the Rogan Josh?
Well, I think up in the,
It was,
You got any onion bhajis back there?
it was just like, hang on, always buttered chicken. Always.
always.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
Okay, so did the underground slave workshop at Pancop Palace become the first Nike sweatshop?
I think it may have been converted.
Do
I
you think
think
they
the
converted it?
facilities are all there.
I think Nike
Yeah.
bought it, yeah. No, Nike bought it lock stock.
Yeah,
Well, I think they're more in Bangladesh and that.
they
now,
are,
aren't
but
they? Yeah.
initial.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right. It probably
It was
yes.
test and measure in India.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where it
Okay, all
was.
right,
That's
cool.
where your Air Jordan ones came from.
Okay. If you are an evil mastermind, do you really make an antidote for poison?
He did not have to. He poisoned him. It's like, I've got the antidote here,
Let him die.
but I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah, or it's like, okay, give me back the diamond. I'll give you the antidote. You know what? He's going to die. Take it.
Take the diamond.
Take the diamond.
He wanted him to die. Yeah, that was. And it would have been a fake. Surely you just had vodka in a bottle and go, yeah, take this. Give me that back. So he does. And
Yeah.
yeah, here you go. And
Yes.
he takes it and he
Yeah.
still
Here's the
dies.
antidote. It's just a bit of blue liquid. Actually, it's not the antidote. It's just some blue liquid.
Tell you what's a good antidote though. He drunk that and he was
Yeah,
was
Lao
sweet.
Che, Lao Che had a few shortcomings as an evil, you know.
he was
Yeah.
Dr. Evil. He
professor,
was he was a Chinese Dr. Evil. Not very good at it. Well done, gents. Born to watch only fans. Good spot, people, to press pause. Share this episode to anyone you think would appreciate the witty repartee of the three of us.
Well, it's a big call.
Temple of Doom. Go back through the previous episodes. There's heaps there. Heaps. There's at least 6 really good ones.
Yeah.
Right? Out of 158. There's at least 6 really
Wow.
good ones.
Yeah.
Share to your friends. Share to anyone. Please head to our website, borntowatch.com.au. Leave us a voicemail. I'll tell you what we're going to do this week. We're going to do a competition.
Oh.
For the first person to leave us a voicemail, you're going to get a new Born to Watch t-shirt.
Oh, that's big.
We've got 3 brand new designs coming through, and you're going to win a Born to Watch t-shirt for the first, you know what we'll do? First 2 people to leave a voicemail.
Ooh, you know what? You're going to follow in the footsteps of Whitman, Price, and Haddad.
I
You're
am.
all going to be winners, just
Yeah.
like our previous 3 winners, Whitman, Price, and Haddad.
That's it. That's it.
So, you know,
So leave us a
join
voicemail.
join that list of winners.
Leave us a voicemail. Tell us how good we are. share to your friends, and you can win a Born to Watch T-shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be the new F-Wits Assemble design.
Yeah.
Go to Instagram, have a look at the 3 new designs.
Mm.
Place an order if you want one. If not, you want one for free.
Yep.
Leave us a voicemail.
It's a good way. It's a good bribe going on here.
Like that? Bribery.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got 2 kids.
Bribed her.
Offered
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
Oh, well, yeah. It's hard to resist.
It's
I mean,
hard to resist.
Just like Harrison Ford with an apple. Hard to resist the apple.
Hard to resist. Hard to resist. The good, the bad, and the ugly, brought to us by our friends at Gage Roads Brew Company. Tonight you're taking your beers. Not hearing anything of it.
Yep.
Please take them. G-Man, you must be fanging for a hazy as.
Had a couple of airtimes on the weekend.
Oh, hang on. Where'd you get
Yeah.
this stash from?
No, I bought some airtimes
Oh, right.
because I quite like them.
Gow's a big fan.
Yeah.
He just doesn't drink them when they're free.
Yeah.
He loves the booze.
No, I've drunk heaps of them. I just had a couple. Like I just bought a few of them, and so I have a couple of airtimes.
Excellent.
Nice light beer.
Thank you, Gage Roads. If you guys want to leave a voicemail, you too are in the running for a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The good. We might start with you, Sir Demi Cockburn. Take it away.
I think, like the start and everything, and he's in his James Bond gear and everything. It didn't give me Indiana Jones vibes until he was on the plane and he walked out in the hat and the jacket. He's got the bloody whip tied around it. And that's when you just go,
Yeah, he's back.
Here it is. This is Indiana Jones when he's wearing the shit.
Yeah.
Not when he's wearing the other stuff. Not when he's got his shirt off. No. When he's got the full gear on, that's what you just go, yep.
It's a good get up, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's unmistakable.
Is that when they first play the music too?
Yes, I think so.
And so you
It's
just like, here it is.
Right,
He's
yes.
back.
We've just fluffed around with this other beginning,
Bullshit.
but now we're,
But
now
at
I
least
don't
with-
mind the start, though.
But at least the beginning, there was a lot of action.
Yeah.
So you're sort of bouncing around there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's all the action. It's like a Bond movie, sort of.
it
you know?
was.
Well,
yeah.
it is.
I remember when
It
I saw
was- it was
the
Kate-
Living Daylights. Is Living Daylights the one where,
Timothy Dalton.
yeah, where he and then he goes in the plane and it goes down the cliff.
That's Goldeneye.
Oh, Goldeneye. I remember seeing that at the cinema at,
I saw it with you.
Warringah.
I saw it with you.
And then when it came, everyone cheered. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Bond's back!"
Yeah.
That kind of thing to me.
All
It's like
he
his action.
opens the parachute and it's the
Yeah.
Union Jack. You go, oh yeah, it's James Bond. Yeah, I
So
think
that
that
had-
signified. Yep, here we are.
yeah, that's right. I didn't mind that.
I think that the sound. I've always liked the sound of the guns and the punches in
Yeah.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones movies.
Yep,
Very whip
agreed.
cracky, aren't
Isabel
they?
Isabel made note of that.
Yeah,
She really liked that sound.
yeah, really excellent sound. And my other thing is John Williams, the score.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, obviously, then if it won an Academy Award too, but
Nominee.
it nominee. But that Indiana Jones leitmotif is one of the best, most
Yeah.
recognizable.
It's a great theme.
Yeah,
It's a great theme.
Yep.
Is that it?
got a lot of bad.
G-Man. It's a good.
The good Harrison Ford. We talked about it, so I don't want to go too much into it again. But I think that he just, as Damo said, he nails it. Comes out and just you're back in for an indie adventure. Love this. Loved it when I used to watch it. It was so awesome. I think Short Round, as we said earlier, was really good. I liked the character. I liked how he had a bit of attitude, like the one-liners, especially when they're playing cards together.
Yeah.
Then he finds that he's accusing him of cheating. Then he finds the card up his sleeve. I thought that was really good. I thought that they got on really well together.
Did
I
you
quite
find it
liked that.
hard to focus on them while she was running around getting attacked by every animal?
Yeah, I think that sort of played it because she's obviously screaming and running around,
Yeah.
and there's the funny part where they're just not even
Ignoring
listening to
her.
her,
Yeah.
and playing their game, and I thought that was funny. The snake and the
Vampire
elephant's
bats.
trunk and all of that. Like she throws it away, and he's scared of the snake. So I thought that was quite funny. The intro, as we talked about, the other one too in the intro, a flaming skewer to the gut. You don't
Love
see it
that.
enough.
How
don't see it
big was
enough.
that skewer?
Big skewer.
It's like a freaking javelin.
I'm gonna have to bring up that guy though. I'm just gonna say it now because he's gonna be in my, when we talk
The little
about
skinny bloke.
bad athletics in movies. Like Indy is not a great athlete,
No, he's not.
and he gets that and he winds it back here for about a minute, and then finally throws it. And the guy just sits there and goes, "Oh, he's gonna throw this at me," and then still
I
cops it
won't
in the
move
gut.
I'll get the chair in front of me. I'll pick up a
He
table.
didn't do anything. He
No,
just
no.
copped it. But I do like to see a flaming skewer in the gut.
Well, remember that.
Yeah.
Remember you see how that restaurant in DY was at Whitewater that had the
Yeah.
the skewer of
Yeah.
meat. Was that Whitewater?
Yeah,
that had it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It did.
fucking
What do they
great.
call it? The
I don't know, but it was delicious.
I can't
Well,
think of the name.
DY's best restaurant is Kebab World. It's got the big
Same meat.
skewer with that.
The best
yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah, that's my good.
Wow. Okay. I love the use of the Paramount logo at the start.
Oh yeah,
I love
the
how it turns
stars.
from that and it turns into the gong and the
Yep.
and it's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
gong. And that's a thing that goes through all the indies where
Ah,
they go from the Paramount logo into
incorporates into
the scene.
shot.
Really clever. As I said, one of my highlights of watching the movie was Belle pointing out how much you would have loved the dance scene. I mentioned it for Raiders. I love the map I love the map exposition.
Well, you know what? Why did the map stop at Gung Chang Wang?
Yeah.
Did it stop there?
It looked like there was a
Well,
dot.
it did.
It looked like it stopped.
It did a dot and then it did a right turn.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it did stop.
I think it did.
Oh, it must have.
I think it did. I don't mind the opening, even though I agree it doesn't feel like an indie movie, but I thought there was a bit of disregarding what we know about the rest of the movie. It was a bit light. It was a bit of comedy. I didn't mind that. It's the rest of the movie that I think ruins the start of the movie. But I think it's a movie that has an identity crisis. Temple of Doom,
Yeah.
big time. I did like nice try, Lao Che, and then he closes the door and says Lao Che. I thought that was really good, really good. Most of my goods are moments of the film, right? I really liked the matte painting. So there's a lot of matte painting in this film where they turn up to the palace. There's the cliffs. There's a lot of matte painting where it's just really well done. Even though today you look at it and go, "Oh, that's matte painting," but it's just
it looked pretty good.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. I loved how excited Willie and Short Round were when the soup turns up.
Yeah, they were
Because they're so excited that they get
their
soup,
spoons out
and they smell it, and then they stir it, and then come the
some
eyeballs.
eyeballs.
I thought that was funny. I thought I only really noticed it this time, but it could be I thought was the best part of the movie when Harrison is like, "You want it? No, you want it. I want it. You want it." That bit, and he goes into his bedroom to wait for 5 minutes, and you can see Short Round on the lounge, passed out, and he's sort of, and then you see past him, and there's a mural on the wall of people. And then out of the wall comes the henchman to choke him.
Yeah, I didn't see him come out.
Yeah, and so I saw this the first time I've seen it this time. I thought that was really well done, really cool. As I've already mentioned, but pretty bold in '84 to rip someone's heart out of their chest.
Yeah,
as for a family movie. Did anyone notice Mola Arm's headpiece? The head on it looked like Jabu from
Hats for Bats.
Yeah, out of the little. The little doll that Serrano worships, Jabu. That's look like the head on the headpiece.
So you know that guy, I can't think of his name, but he's a very well-known Indian actor.
Yeah,
and he shaved his head for that role.
Okay,
and then after he did that,
became his thing.
That became his thing. He kept his head shaved. He became a really well-known villain.
Indian Vin Diesel.
Yeah, but an Indian villain in a lot of movies because that became his trademark.
He was
Indy Vin Diesel.
Indy Vin Diesel.
There we go. You can use that.
Oh, well, I will.
Throwing the sledgehammer and hitting that guy on the head. The big fella grabs the sledgehammer off Indy, throws it, and it hits the guy on the head and he knocks out.
Donk.
I laughed.
Did you?
I laughed. And I think I laughed because I needed to laugh. And Isabel really pissed us off in that. Right? And again, watching it with her really drove home that this was not made for me.
Yeah.
Right? And again, another scene, Indian Short Round, like Indy's fighting the big fella, Short Round's punching the Maharaja.
The mirrored fight.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, that
I
was
liked that.
clever,
I thought that was cute. The coaster scene's good.
Coaster.
The roller coaster. The mine cart.
It goes for
too
minutes.
long. And not only that, I've got some of it in bad as well. So we'll get to that as well. I did like the throwback as we see in the trailer to the swordsman and he goes for the gun. I thought that was cool.
But why show that in the trailer either?
And you know what? There was another Star Wars in that when he runs after them and then turns and then sees there's heaps of them and then you see him. He goes out of camera. That's like in the Death Star. It's in the Death Star.
It's like, he's chasing him. There's two of them there's 50 of them. And he starts running away.
There is a point in the movie where they use the lightsaber sound. And I think it's because George Lucas is obviously a producer, but when they turn the trap, I think it is. It's something like that. It's in the cave. They use the lightsaber sound for the sound effect. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's the lightsaber opening, like the.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Okay, that was my good, bad. We're going to go to you, G.
I had bad. We covered it. Willie Scott shits me more than Rachel Marin. Rachel Marin didn't really shit me, so.
Oh, you know
that's
what?
fine.
Willie Scott does not shit me more than Rachel Marin.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
She's annoying,
I
but
think
she's not a cold hard bitch.
No.
She, even Kate Capshaw has said they just didn't give her anything with this role. And I think that's
It's obvious.
She's just whining and yelling and screaming, and they've just dumbed down that female character.
Yeah.
In Raiders, you had Marion,
It's tough as.
Tough,
Oh my God.
slug and shot.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
doing
gave
all
her
that.
character.
Yeah, and
But-
but strengthened.
Yeah, but in this one, she's coming down and like, we're trapped. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
ah," and she's screaming.
We're not swimming, we're crashing.
Yeah.
It's just.
I've got a question for you
Endless.
outside of question time. How many times does she scream in this movie?
Oh, I've got it. I think
About
it's
100?
71.
71.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
71 times her character
Wow,
screams.
crazy,
that's
mate.
just
So
insane.
I feel, because I think Kate Capshaw is quite a good actress. I think she does quite well. She does the role quite well. She's a good looking lady. I just don't think she was given much here. to
She
work
given
with.
nothing.
Your script that you just wrote before
Yeah.
was better than what she was given.
Yeah.
Bloody hell,
100%.
mate. Yeah.
You want it? No, you want it.
Bloody want it.
Script out of the Jet Club in the 90s. She bloody wants it.
She wants it.
That's better than
Bit of
the
meat
script.
potatoes. I'm going to go in with her. Bit of meat potatoes.
Yeah.
Fingering a missionary with an apple for dessert.
Perfect night. That's your anniversary.
She bloody wants it.
Anyway, so yeah. Indy's punches. I had Indy's punches.
Oh, he's a terrible puncher.
Yeah. They had to put a fair bit of sound on it to give it a bit of-
Terrible puncher.
Great
sauce.
sound though. Real good thwack.
We got to give Harrison Ford. Got to give Harrison Ford a bit of a break. Theatre kid, right? And even though he was a carpenter,
Yeah.
theatre kid.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but most of them are shit when it comes to doing anything remotely like sport.
Bad runner.
Terrible runner.
But one of the all-time great actors. I
Yeah.
also,
Except acting like he can run or throw punches.
the bit I didn't get was when they escape down the tunnel and they're in the mine and they're racing away. And then Mola Ram then puts out all the water.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's got the stones and he's racing, and you've got 25 henchmen chasing him, and he's gone down the tunnels. You don't know where he's gone. And then you're just like, well, let's just send the water and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like, but then how are you going to get the stones? Like, you've got 25 guys chasing him. You think you're pretty good odds.
Yeah, and I'm
You
pretty
think you're
sure
pretty good
but
odds.
that thing of water wouldn't have gone 100 meters.
Mate, it was about
Before it was empty.
about 1,000
Yeah,
liters.
it was a lot of water, but it wasn't the space that. They had
But not
to
only
fill.
that, like it's coming down the chute and
Yeah.
they turn right.
The water didn't go.
Water
right.
didn't go down there.
No.
Even Bill goes, "Why didn't the water go down
Yeah, I
there?"
know. Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah,
the
no."
water's just on a
But
mission.
then it did a Yui and came
It
back.
did, came back. Yeah.
Oh, we've got you now.
Yeah.
I also had what was the opening dance sequence going on inside the dragon. We covered that. And I also had, where did Willie get the perfume to spray the elephant? As you guys said,
Packing
they
it.
came with nothing. She was wearing Indy's white coat
Jacket.
suit, so she had nothing.
Yeah.
So she had perfume to spray the elephant.
Yeah,
Now I
she
guess
was-
it's a funny bit of the movie.
I know.
Must have been in the old lady pouch. She smuggled it.
Possibly Skippy.
Yeah.
Skippy.
Oh, prison pouch.
Prison wallet.
What
That's
do you
it. That's it. The prison
A bottle
wallet.
of perfume.
Vabbing. It's a vabbing
Oh,
perfume.
yes.
Yeah.
You don't need a bottle.
Damo.
Look, the first movie it progressed, it just unraveled, and there was clues and things just made perfect sense, and it flowed. This happened, so therefore then such and such.
Yep.
This thing was so forced.
Yeah.
This happened, then this happened, then this happened. Nothing linked. It was just like, oh my God, now there's an elephant here. Oh my God, now there's this. It was, oh, now we're going to crash here. Now it was, they just had no flow, no progression. It just seemed like, let's just force some adventure into this movie.
Yep.
And it just did not flow like the first one did. Kate Capshaw is not funny. She doesn't have comedic timing. She doesn't have any sort of slapstick abilities about her.
Yep.
And there was so many terrible jokes, unnecessary jokes, like the jumping on the elephant and she was backwards. You know, the elephant smell. The elephant kicked her off into a puddle. Her tantrums, the bat, the screaming, the animals. It was so shit. All that stuff.
Yep.
Everything I was like crap. But also he loves building tension, right? You know, for everything. But good God, he drew it out far too much. The antidotes on the floor. Try and pick the antidote up.
Oh, that went for too long.
Did this? The track scene. Just it's drawn out. Everything gets drawn out so much.
It's quite drawn out.
Okay, we get it. There's tension. It's just kept drawing out. It got to the point where like this is just too long. The raft scene was absurd.
Absurd.
Just like this is what they've come up with. This is so stupid. Why did she even get on the plane with them? Why did she even go with them?
Well, I guess they're getting chased. Why do they bail it? Oh, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave it for a 5-minute movie.
Well, okay, yeah. And the last thing, those archers, mate, they went to the Imperial Stormtrooper
Mate, there's 50 of them.
Academy. And
he didn't even get nicked.
The worst shots ever.
Yeah,
it was just
terrible.
Like 10 would just hit all around him.
Yeah, there was a lot, and
There
they
was
didn't
a
get
shit-
hit once.
Yeah, no.
Only 3 of them went into the wood,
Yeah, it was just hopeless.
and the rest of them went the bricks
The
and
worst
the
shots.
wall.
the
It was
worst shots ever.
pathetic.
Also, like the
Yeah.
doll. You know, he gets the doll in the back. What do you call it?
The voodoo doll was
voodoo doll.
ridiculous.
But as soon as it comes out, he's like, "Oh well, I'm fine again now."
yeah, I know.
And then it goes back in.
So
that
is
pain
his
just
life
goes away.
is his life linked to that voodoo doll now for the rest? You know, so that if
Yeah,
that
what happened
doll
to the voodoo
if that
doll?
doll gets thrown in the bin, is Harrison Ford going to suffocate and die? Indy? It was ridiculous. The voodoo thing was ridiculous.
Hang on a minute. Okay, are you still going?
I'm done.
Okay, let me just tack on to that. We talk about the voodoo doll, but
Yeah.
he gets burnt by a torch.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a 3rd-degree burn.
there is a scar. He does
Mate,
have the scar on there. You can see that. but
It's
yeah.
a 3rd-degree
I
burn.
know, it would hurt.
It would have fucking hurt.
Well, it woke him up.
It would have hurt, and it's like it's nothing happened. He's 10 foot tall and bulletproof.
And he got whipped, some good solid whips to the back.
We did.
We got to give it. It is that kind of movie.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
we've
and
gotta give
this
a
is
little
it.
bit
And
of that,
don't look.
It's a fun flick.
Yeah, I don't hate the movie. It's just we're trying to find things to pick on here. It's you said the whole movie's forced. The comedy is so forced into this movie and
unfunny.
shoehorned in.
Yeah.
It's almost like the script was written,
Everywhere it's shoehorned
but
in.
it's almost like the script was written and they go, you know what? It's not funny enough.
Yeah.
And then they've had a rewrite and they've gone, okay, we need a laugh every 4 minutes.
even less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like bang, bang,
It's
bang, bang, bang.
all through it, just like the last Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Where it was just like stop putting in a joke every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It takes away the seriousness of the movie.
I think this is a better movie. If this last week, I said that I thought that The Bodyguard took itself way too seriously.
Too serious, yeah.
I think this is the opposite. This
Yeah,
movie,
it's-
they're trying to like
Gone-
let the dog off the chain.
They've gone
Whereas
the
I
other
think
way. Yeah,
They needed to reel it in. If they make this a serious movie, like Raiders was a serious movie,
but Raiders had those couple of really funny bits.
yeah,
like really funny
Yeah,
bits.
this
And
went
that's what-
over the top.
And
with
that's
the
what they
funny,
were
yeah.
trying to get. Oh, well, those bits were good. It's like, yeah, they were good because they were few and far between.
exactly right, exactly right. As I've said, the secondary characters are pathetic in this movie, and they are they can't compete with Harrison Ford.
Nah.
Harrison Ford's on another level. There's no one that's remotely close to him, and it's so obvious. Child leaders like the Maharaja, slap him. It's like Joffrey in Game of Thrones. Don't make a kid king.
Yeah, but Joffrey was a badass.
Yeah,
the
but he was a
hound,
terrible
the hound
king.
behind him.
Yeah.
He was a terrible king. He was a bad human.
Yeah.
He was good for television.
One of the worst humans ever.
Yeah.
Great acting.
Really good.
Great acting.
Yeah.
But child leaders,
No, but
can we
yeah.
move on from this? Come on.
What
They're
about-
kids for a reason.
What about the kid? The kid in
It was
Tropic,
85.
in Tropic
84.
Thunder. We are Flaming Dragon.
Oh my God.
That kid.
As I mentioned, the kids escape is like the Ewok.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. The coaster. Okay. There are elements of the coaster chase, which is good. There's some incredible deaths in the coaster chase, right? Incredible deaths. Really enjoyable. But God, there's parts of it that are terrible.
Yeah.
There's a shot from the back when it's quite obviously miniatures and you can see dolls in there.
Right.
I just think, and apparently the way they did the coaster, it was just a round track,
Yeah, right.
and they just kept going around the track and
Yeah.
filming it.
Different angles or whatever.
You don't need any real wide shots. Just keep it close on the. You don't need to see the shots. You know they're in the third pit of hell. Like, that's enough.
I did like it when he finally stops it and then his shoes are burning and he's like, water.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite funny. And then the water comes down. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
But
That's a good little funny bit.
they did the speed bus jump in it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, no, that was
It was like ridiculous.
No one has mentioned yet the laugh ending.
Yeah.
The false ending.
How does it end again?
It's like the three of them. They've got the stone, and then it's all good, and they step up on the thing, and then it's like,
Yeah, he takes the kids, come back.
Yeah.
The kids are all there, and they have a laugh.
and then the three of them laugh.
Oh, that's magnificent. Then
The three of them laugh. I'm going to put it on social media.
I
The
love a
laugh
laugh ending.
You're a big laugh ending guy.
Yeah, I think we should end out today with a laugh ending.
We will. We'll
One of them for a while.
we'll
You
come
sort of just say anything random.
I'd also know how Captain Blumpy's new
Fluff.
how his army knew to come along at that time. Like,
I think
they
the
know
kids.
to run?
I reckon the little kids might have
Oh,
gone
kids
and
might- yeah,
alerted
right,
them.
that's
what I
fair enough,
started to think.
that's fair enough.
That's what I thought.
Because they would have heard a lot of
stuff.
stuff going on.
The kids probably ran and grabbed them and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
babe, bum fluff, they're over there. Go and help them."
Anything for ugly, anyone?
I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
What
5
for?
minutes.
For 5
really
minute
ugly.
movie.
Oh, right.
Really, for absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, this movie was a dead set cartoon. It was a cartoon, like the raft thing, all the stupid, the animals, all the stuff. Like the bit where the big guy was having, Harrison Ford's having his fight at the end with the big one, and he dropped the rock on his head.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see little birds fluttering around going chip 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 chip. Everything was they turned what was an amazingly good movie into a freaking cartoon. That's what this movie was.
Power stat for you. That giant thuggy,
Yeah.
that was played by Pat Roach.
He's in the first one.
Pat Roach was the guy in the first one.
Oh no
Yeah,
way!
that's the guy.
Oh,
And
that's brilliant. He's gone blackface.
He's actually got it's gone blackface. He's actually got a role in Last Crusade as well, but most of it was cut.
right. So he's the guy. He's his nemesis. It's
Yeah.
He's the Tuggy.
yeah. That is funny.
He's Tuggy.
But yeah, no, I just thought it was a ridiculous cartoon.
I agree. The dinner menu, heinous.
I'll talk about that and listen to this.
Okay. Damo's
Jeez,
quick
am I up?
fire.
Okay. Well, this is what we've been waiting for, Gal. You know,
I know.
for you, bloody, you've skipped your ugly for this.
I'm ready to go.
That's not an eye. A scene that's passed over into popular culture. Gal, have you got anything here? Of course, yeah. But that was maybe from one. But
yes,
yeah,
but I guess it's
it's reinforced.
his whip, Dr.
Oh,
Jones.
the whips.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah, well,
you
that's
call him
definitely-
Dr. Jones.
That's right. And what's the kid's name?
Rounders.
Short
round.
round. But
Yeah,
I
short
reckon
round.
short round is a popular culture name. What about anything else?
Oh, I've just got the whip.
What about the heart pull?
Oh yeah, the heart pull.
Look on the heart pull. I'd do that.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a.
yeah.
You should have
could be.
eaten that. You should have taken a bite out of the heart.
Well,
though.
it caught on fire.
And he held it.
He cooked it up. Yeah, magic. Rightio. There's a few things there. I think. Biggest douchebag. Ooh, my gosh, Whitey. Who's your Burt Young? Who's your
Maharaja.
probably?
The Maharaja was in the black sleep of Carly though. So
Yeah,
No,
he
he
was-
wasn't. I don't. He
Because
was when he
you
was
know,
at the
they all
table.
are.
When he
They
when,
all are.
I don't think he was when he was at the table.
I reckon
No,
he
they
might
all
have
are.
been.
They're all in the black sleep.
Yeah,
They're all
'cause-
in the cult.
I think
Really?
once
I think
short round, once Rounders burnt him,
Yeah, he
like
was
he
back.
burnt Indiana, that's when he came out and he went, "Escape by the left tunnel. That's the way to get out." He spoke like
Oh,
freaking Mickey
I've
Mouse.
got to say, that's an amazing.
That was really good.
That is an amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That was
Are
good.
you? Are you Indian
I was
royalty?
I was a child actor,
Are
and
you
I was
Indian
the
royalty?
Maharaja.
Right,
Yes,
okay,
it was
right,
me.
yeah, right.
I was 13. Playing the Maharaja. There we go.
Did sound like Mickey Mouse. Oh fuck!
Anyway, so Maharaja.
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
No, I don't think I think Chatalala was pretty bad.
at the beginning, the son in Shanghai, who was laughing and shooting all the time
Yeah.
like a maniacal idiot. Ah,
Oh yeah, he was a dick.
Lo Chow's son. He
Lao
was
Che.
Lao Che. He was a dick.
There wasn't anyone that was a real, like, apart from there were baddies, there wasn't anyone that was a real dick. I mean, you say Milo Ram, but he was supposed to be the
No,
baddie.
he's the
Yeah.
baddie.
The guy's chaining up the kids and whipping the kids. I'm not happy about that. Not
Mate,
that.
There's nothing wrong with whipping the kids. All right, got to discipline them. I got the strap at school. Okay. Oh, here we
strap
go.
on.
Yes, we were Catholic boys' school.
Damo the pegger.
Here we go. Drum roll. Gal, how could have this been a 5-minute movie? He's really stepping up here.
Lao Che.
Yeah.
It's a funny moment when he goes, "Too bad, Lao Che," or whatever, and Chutz says Lao Che Airlines.
Yeah.
Why does Lao Che let him
Even
fly
take
off and then get his pilots to jump out in the middle of the mountains? What pilots can do that? Why didn't they just stop the plane? Why didn't he gives them the wave and they go, "See you, boss"? Why didn't you say stop?
I think they wanted an accidental plane crash death.
But he's chasing them. He was trying to shoot them in the plane.
No,
Like,
the pilots
to
could
me,
have
mate,
just
it's
turned
5-minute movie. Turn it off. Open the doors and go. You're out. You're out, Indy. That was it.
I think you're right.
No antidote.
No, well,
Even
same thing.
before that, no
Yeah,
antidote.
well, that would have been yeah.
Lao Che makes some massive stuff ups.
Yeah.
He goes on to, bigger things with Bloodsport,
Yeah.
but
Lao Che is the Michael Scott of Chinese overlords.
There you go. Okay, here we go. Ripley running
This
poor
is
sporting
easy.
prowess. I reckon there's a few things. What have you got?
it's everything that Harrison Ford does.
Oh yeah, but there's
athletically.
other people though.
Anything. If Sigourney Weaver's in a movie, she wins it. If Harrison Ford's in a movie, he wins it.
Yeah.
It's if they're in a movie together, it's a
Mm.
dead eat.
Did you see anything?
I don't think so. No.
I
I'm
did.
trying to think.
Do you remember in Escape from New York, old mate was trying to knock down the door with the rifle butt?
Yes.
Did you see the guy hit the cymbal right at the very beginning with the
Right.
big gong, hit the gong with the, and he did the same. Pulled the thing back. It's sort of like, is a thing made out of bloody foam or something?
Which it probably was.
Yes, because he barely. You normally give it a big whack dong.
Do you need
He
me to
just
sing
tapped it.
Anything Goes Again?
Da, 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 da. Appreciate it. Okay, well, let's move on then. Here we go. Additional scenes, robot sentries. Come on. Anything you want to see extra?
No.
I want to see the sweatshop. I want to see the Nike.
Yeah, I
sweatshop.
want to see the Air Jordan ones.
I want
come
to see
off
what happens at the
production line.
end.
Yeah.
I want to see 5 years later.
5 years
Tuggy
later.
Colt is now the
Yeah,
factory for Nike Air Jordans.
yeah, that's right. You know what I wanted to see? The children catcher come and get all the kids. Children with his big conch, sniffing them out. This is Chitty Chitty Bang
Chitty
Bang
Chitty
too.
Bang Bang too. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was. And he come and catches them all. They're all trying to hide. How else did they catch those kids without a children
Do you know
catcher?
what I don't understand either? Is that the parents know there's no kids.
Yeah.
Why haven't the parents stormed the palace?
Well, probably they
Well,
didn't
there's
want
not
their
many of
hearts
them.
taken out.
There's not many. I don't understand why they just didn't enslave the parents. Because they got kids doing it. These tiny little kids like rounders. Why didn't they just get the parents? 'Cause
Good
they-
workers.
Yeah.
The
Good
parents
workers.
and the kids.
Well, they don't revolt, right? They didn't revolt. They
Neither
just,
did the parents.
no. Well, they
Not only that,
could have got them all in there.
every mother looked like a great grandmother.
They were supposed to at the start, though. And then in the end, when the colour comes back to the village.
There was
The
and the
Sankara
plants.
stone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah,
And
it was-
And they
it
were
was all-
supposed to look old and drab at the start. And then you see all the colour when they at the end.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Can
stone
you
comes
do
back.
can you do the old guy? Can you talk like the old guy?
Man, got the palace. That guy.
You know the guy the guy with the stringy
Yeah, there's
grey hair.
Morgs alike.
Yeah, the Moxel.
He couldn't speak English.
Man, got the
Oh,
palace.
is he the guy that Spielberg told?
Yeah, they just
Phonetically.
phonetically gave him his
Oh,
lines. And he just said
really?
it. Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
speak English.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, no additional scenes apart from the children catcher. Well, this is a tough one. Whitey's Brad Pitt. Like seriously.
Oh, well,
I mean,
there's one woman,
There was it was Smurfette. Once again, it's
Yeah.
Smurfette.
Smurfette.
Yeah.
and I didn't pay any note to the dancers.
The dancers or
So it's going to be Willie.
Yeah.
It's going to be Willie too. Yep, that's for sure.
Big
And
Willie style.
Morgs alikes. So we've mentioned
The
one.
old guy.
the old bloke.
The old bloke.
The old bloke is like old Morgs.
Yeah.
The
Well,
guy that gets
in 5 years.
the guy that gets his heart ripped out and then burnt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got Morgs' arms. Have you seen them?
The 2-minute noodles.
Like little noodles.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair call.
Another question. Why didn't they rip Willie's heart out?
I know.
It's because of the boobs?
I think.
Didn't want to go through the boobs?
Well, because the other bloke had his shirt off. He probably can't get through material.
Can't go through material.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a flaw in his heart ripping out
Superpower.
plan.
His
Yeah,
superpower.
it's like his kryptonite.
Mm.
And that's it for quickfire.
Well,
done,
it's
Damo.
the we're gonna stick with you, Damo, because it's the segment we've all been waiting
That's where
for.
everyone- yeah. Well, apart from 5-minute movie for Gal.
Snorbs report.
Cockburn in.
Yep.
Good grief. You know, when you got a movie with Smurfette in it,
Cock in.
it's as a Snorbs reporter, this is probably my toughest challenge. As an investigative journalist, this has been my toughest challenge.
This is what you were born to do.
It is so, but the thing is, as a Snorbs reporter, if you basically fail in your key assignment, you have to go to level 2 on the hierarchy. What's level 2? Do you think underneath a Snorbs scene in a movie?
Underneath.
Yeah, what in the hierarchy of scenes that a Snorbs reporter would look for?
Oh,
Lesbo scene.
Lezo.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Lesbo scene.
Lezo, yeah.
Lesbo scene. So there we go. So that's why I focus my it's Lesbo scene report tonight.
okay.
So in the movie A Girl Thing, which is a TV movie in 2001. Well, actually, what I did first, as just
Tuggy?
well, what I did. I looked under I went through every single National Geographic looking up ancient Indian tribes to see if there was any of them with their cans out. Couldn't find any.
Well, it's more of an African thing, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there'd be tribes in India with their cans out in some National Geographic,
Okay.
but I couldn't find any.
Okay.
So that's when I've gone for the level 2 in the hierarchy, on the second one down on the totem pole, which is a Lesbo scene. So A Girl Thing. Elle Macpherson and Kate Capshaw, girlfriends. Full Lezo scene.
Elle Macpherson.
Elle Macpherson and Elle gets the cans out in it. Kate doesn't. You just get a full back. They even go to a bar in the scene. Oh,
Oh, on the cans.
bloody hell.
Where are the beers from?
Piss.
Saturday, they were just left in the bathroom in the gym. So I was like,
Take them.
in the car.
Yeah, smart.
Smart.
Where am I up to? Oh, wait.
Full back.
Full back, yeah. Yes, full back.
Good back.
Jonathan Dogging. Full back.
Oh, nice. Molly, upstairs. Hey, Luke. We're waiting for you, mate. Well, no, it's not okay.
Right.
Where is it?
Yeah. Oh,
It's in.
yeah, that's
That's a little sex.
that's different to a girl thing. I think she's got a yeah.
Girl's taking over.
No, I just was looking it up. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
want a girl thing?
Tuggy.
Yeah, because she doesn't.
That's
she,
Tuggy up
she,
there.
She doesn't.
Islamat Tuggy.
Yeah, she, I
Tuggy.
think there's bra there. It's not real good.
So
Okay, so yes, so she get so Elle Macpherson. They even go to a bar, and he's kind of like the Blue Oyster Bar for lesbos. Yeah, and it's just all girls dancing there, disco style, discotheque.
really.
Yeah, Blue Oyster
Nice.
Bar for girls. But
What would
yeah.
it be called? The shaved clam or something?
yes, I think so. It's not the Blue Oyster. Yes,
We're going to the shaved
Or
clam tonight, girls.
The pink clam.
The pink clam. It's probably back in the 80s would have been the bearded clam.
Well, yeah. So, but anyway, that's what you should go and check out. Is A Girl Thing, 2001 TV movie. Elle Macpherson, Kate Capshaw, Kate Capshaw,
Capshaw.
Lesbo scene,
Join the
Nice.
Tuggy cult.
and that's it for the Snorbs report for this week. Cockburn out.
Well done.
Yep.
Listen to this, G-Man. Take it away.
What have we got here? Look, there's a famous friendship circle of Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
There's only one actor that's ever acted with all three of them.
Okay.
Harrison Ford. He's the only one that's been directed
okay.
by all three.
Yeah.
Right.
Apocalypse Now with Coppola.
Yep. And obviously, we know the
Yep.
others. Both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were extras in the background of this movie at the start, at the airport. One was a missionary and one was
Did you see them
tourist.
though?
Yeah, they walk across the background.
Meat and potatoes gear. Missionary.
Yeah.
Exactly. We talked about a lot of the characters in this movie. They're named after dogs.
Oh,
I like
you know
that.
So when Raiders of the Lost Ark was being developed, Indiana Jones was named after George Lucas's Alaskan Malamute.
Oh.
So when they went to the sequel, they started naming other friends. So Willie's got.
We said this before.
Yeah.
I think I
I think
rings a
it's-
bell.
I think it's also Malamute.
Oh, well, you got the pink clam on your mind.
Malamute.
maybe. Malamute.
Willie Scott is named after Steven Spielberg's Cocker Spaniel, and Short Round was named after one of the riders' Shetland Sheepdog.
Oh,
Oh, short round.
So
So shit name for a
interesting.
dog.
yeah.
Anything else, G?
Oh, I've got a heap of stuff here.
It's like having Jacques Cousteau with
Did
his animal report.
Do you know there was in the original draft there was supposed to be a motorcycle chase across the Great Wall of China,
Oh,
but it got cut because the Chinese government wouldn't give permission for filming.
they did film the Great Wall though from the plane.
There was also a couple of the scenes in this movie too, like were in the original. So when they shoot the gong and it rolls across,
Yeah.
that was actually shot it was actually planned to be in the original movie because in the original Raiders,
It was not going to be a boulder down the thing. There was going to be a gong.
no,
Chasing
there was a
them
gong.
down.
There was a gong thing, and there was also going to be the mine chase, but that got cut out of it because there was going to be a scene in Raiders where he was doing something about the staff of Ra and went to Shanghai to chase up something about the staff of Ra, and they were going to have these scenes, and then they got cut.
You know what they did? They showed fucking restraint.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
But anyway, that was why some of that was in there because they had it in the first. They had it in mind for the first cut. Rounders wasn't the first. He went to this with his brother. His brother was auditioning,
Oh,
and he went there and he was helping his brother and telling him to do things and what to do. And then Steven Spielberg saw it, noticed it, and sort of said, "Hey, do you want to do it?" And then he got on really well with Harrison Ford.
Yep.
And him and Harrison Ford on set had a really good, like Harrison Ford taught him to swim, and they got on really well. And then that whole card scene was improvised between the two of them.
okay.
So, and it was actually funny because when he won his award for Everything Everywhere All at Once, got the Best Supporting Actor, the person that gave the award,
No, Harrison Ford gave the award to the best film.
best film, sorry,
And they came up, and that's when
And
they
he was-
hadn't
he was
seen each
part
other
of
for
it, yes.
years.
yeah,
Right.
They had a
That's correct.
good embrace and a cuddle and a cry.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a bit like Monday nights. here.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So that's me.
Anything from you, Damo?
Did you notice the name of the bar in Shanghai?
Is it Obi-Wan's?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Obi-Wan Hotel or something
Yeah.
like that. I went back and went.
See, it's
It's spelled
Yeah, there's
exactly.
a lot.
it's got George
Star
Lucas
Wars,
all
yeah.
over it, this movie.
Yeah. I was looking at the people of India were actually really offended by the food that was served up. That
Oh,
shi-
the grubs and stuff.
just the shit that
well,
was
no
on there.
butter chicken,
Yeah, no butter chicken, no Rogan Josh. Yeah,
onion
but they were
bhaji.
like, it was a real bad. The way they did it portrayed like this disgusting food that they ate. So they were pretty pissed off. But in the novel, it's pretty clear that the reason why they provided something so bad was to show that there was something amiss at Pancot Palace, and that they wanted actually Indy and old Bumfluff to leave to try
Ah.
and get rid of them. So they served them up this shit like that, eyeballs and bugs and snakes and things. So it actually wasn't. In the movie, you just thought it was like an Indian, but in the book, it's actually they've given them this
They've
food
explained it, right.
to put them off,
That
staying there
makes
and get
more
the
sense.
hell out of there. Yeah,
That makes more
Yeah.
sense.
It just makes me think when they put them up, why would they put them in a room where you just got to press a couple of boobs and then the wall goes and you can go down the tunnel?
They're right here.
Why didn't you put him in another room?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
I know.
It's a bit like Star Wars. You go,
Well,
we're just
why
going to build
they
the Death
send-
Star with a little hole, and
Yeah.
you know, like what they do it on Family Guy.
Yeah, but why send just one bloke to take him out too?
Yeah.
Like no backup. Like when they sent the hitman in to get Indy.
Well, why did they try to take him out there? Yeah, like in the
I
room.
don't know
and
because he asked a couple of questions at
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah.
yeah,
know.
yeah. Maybe Chatterlell had the shits.
There was no reason to kill him in there.
Yeah.
There's none.
Yeah. So the reason this was made a prequel is so that the Nazis weren't the evil people again.
Right. Oh,
That's right.
okay.
It's a
Let's
dual-
say that for number 3.
Yeah, we'll go back to it for number 3. So Molar Arms chantings. I'm going to do my best Indian.
Okay,
here.
here we go.
Maro Maro Su Ko Chamdi Nocho Pi Lo Kun.
Wow.
Was that Indian or was that?
Oh, it was a
American
dialect.
Indian?
No, it was a dialect.
Yeah.
It was the dialect from the Chumani Tutanka.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It very much was the
Chumani
Chumani
Tutanka. It translates in Hindi to kill the pig, flay his skin, drink his blood. So when he's saying that before he gives the blood to Harrison Ford,
puts down his
Molar
throat.
Arms talking, he's chanting to himself.
Oh,
and it's-
right.
And then the people behind him start to chant. Yep. To save money, which is surprising, some interiors of Pankot Palace were just redressed sets from Kamal Khan's palace in Octopussy.
Oh, rightio.
Does have a very similar vibe, obviously, about the,
Yeah.
it was, but that was filmed at Pinewood Studios the year before, so they just used the old sets.
Right.
243 70mm prints were made for this film, the largest number ever for a single release
Right. For
Temple of Doom. So
Yep.
243 70mm prints. So because they were shown in some cinemas in 70mm,
right.
which was the grander scale.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Anyway, that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do.
Anyone got any quotes?
Nothing.
Only you call him Dr. Jones, but I did have a quote because I didn't have any quotes from this. So I got a
No,
quote
it's
from
the same.
Steven Spielberg,
Oh, go for it.
and this is what we said it wasn't his favorite of the trilogy. He said, "I wasn't happy with Temple of Doom at all. It was too dark, too subterranean, and much too horrific. I thought it outpolted Poltergeist. There's not an ounce of my own personal feeling in Temple of Doom." He later added during the making of Indiana Jones documentary or the Temple of Doom documentary that this is my least favorite of the trilogy. I look back and I say, well, the greatest thing that I got out of that was that I met Kate Capshaw. We married years later, and that to me was the reason I was fated to make Temple of Doom.
Fair enough. There had to be a silver lining there somewhere.
It was Steven Spielberg's Temple of Poon.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yes. 1 degree of Kurt Russell. Anyone get anything?
Didn't look. I had a massive look. I couldn't find anything.
Okay, here's a stretch. Kurt Russell auditioned for Star Wars.
He did too.
And he did a lot of line reads with in the
He
Han
would
Solo.
have been a good Han Solo.
Yeah, I don't think he's old enough. I don't think he was.
but
He was really young.
But if you've got
No, he's an excellent. He would have been
he would have
excellent.
been excellent if
Yeah.
he's looking like
Jack
that.
Burton
like
is Han
Jack
Solo,
Burton.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a John Williams link somewhere though with
Maybe.
Kurt Russell somewhere.
Film school for F-wits.
Okay.
And we're going back to
he's
the
going to the Pokemon cards.
going back to the Pokemon cards.
Oh,
Cinephile, the
Jesus.
game, the movie game, Cinephile, the card game.
We're
what
so
I've
good
done.
at this. We're just really.
What we're doing tonight is we're going to pick a card
Yep.
at random.
Yep.
And then we're going to go along the line and name movies from their filmography.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with the G. Pick a card, any card. G-Man, pick a card, any card. Who is it?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
Ooh.
Lawrence.
So you start, G-Man.
Oh,
Silver Linings Playbook.
Good call.
Hunger Games.
Joy.
Jesus, I don't even know what Joy is.
Well, I'm out. Good segment.
You say Hunger Games too.
Hunger Games 2.
X-Men. Days of Future Past.
What was that shit one? Where she gets her tits out like 3 years ago.
Oh, Red Sparrow.
No. Oh, she's on the beach having the punch up.
Oh,
It was the comedy.
the best thing, or
Yeah, something like that.
she's in Red Sparrow where she's the Russian spy.
Yeah,
She
she's
gets cans
I
out
could
there.
do a good Snorbs
She's
report on
got
Jennifer
excellent
Lawrence.
snort.
We mustn't have been doing Snorbs report when we did Silver Linings Playbook. We mustn't have been doing it then.
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, because
But she also was in the Fappening.
Oh yes,
Jennifer Lawrence. She was a big player in the Fappening.
She was. Yep.
a big part. Well, that was excellent. Jennifer Lawrence,
There
well
we go,
done.
there we
Damo,
go. Yep.
pick a card.
Pick
Pick
a card.
Any
I've got a card. It's a bloke. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. You may have heard of him. Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, Jesus.
You start.
Cobra.
Paradise Alley.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a soft porn that he made.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the. I was exactly trying to think of the soft one.
Oh, we could just
In
get the easy
Rhinestone,
ones.
was he Rhinestone Cowboy?
Yeah, definitely with Dolly Parton.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to go for Rambo. Or First Blood.
Copland.
Copland, yeah.
The Expendables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
yeah.
7,
We
8.
can only do one from the thing.
Okay.
So
Well,
he's done Expendables.
then I'll do Rocky.
Okay. Then I'll do Demolition Man.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one.
I'll do First Blood.
He's already done it.
I've done it.
You said Rambo.
Yeah, First Blood. He
Yeah,
said
but then I
First Blood.
changed it to First. Well,
Oh,
well,
right.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's riveting listening.
Yeah. You're good at
I
this.
can't think of anyone else.
I can.
Yeah, mentions it all the time. One of them. Stop or my mum will shoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go, G.
You will turn the head on backwards.
Over the top.
the bloody arm
Over the
wrestler.
top. Yep. You got anything?
Oh,
You still going?
Jesus. Nah, I'm out.
Nighthawks.
Nighthawks.
Billy D. Williams. Rooker Howe. Come on, G.
Sylvester Stallone. Tango and Cash.
Oh God.
Oh, good one. Escape Plan.
That's the prison one. That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
I've just thought of another one.
You said Copland, didn't you,
Yep,
Whitey?
I did.
Just think of the word he just said, escape, and add two more.
Escape to Victory.
Yeah.
Oh. Creed? Would that work? It's
Oh,
different to
well,
Rocky.
yeah.
No, well, that's all in the same genre, really, isn't
Oh,
it?
gee.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Gee.
I got one.
Go.
I got one loaded in the chamber.
Go.
Judge Dredd.
Oh, I am the Lord.
Far out.
I am the law.
I'm the Lord. Oh, The Specialist.
Oh, nice. I was trying to
Right.
think of that. I knew there was another one.
Sharon Stone
Yeah.
shower scene.
Yeah.
Awful sex scene.
Yep.
People are screaming at the.
Oh, there's not too
Radio
many.
here.
Not too many
It's
left.
hard when you're on the spot. We've hit quite a few of them. Oh, I'm out.
Okay. All good. Well done. I'll pick one.
You pick one.
Here we go. Bill Murray.
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
and who's next?
If anyone mentions that shit one that Morgs likes, it's not counting.
You can say it.
I'd use it. Yeah.
Caddyshack.
Groundhog Day.
Stripes.
God, it's amazing. You just think of one and then you lose it.
Lost in Translation.
Big Ernie McCracken.
Oh,
Oh,
Kingpin. What a
Kingpin.
movie. The Life Aquatic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Bill Murray. Didn't he just punch someone at the airport? Didn't he get a punch up with
Oh
a,
no,
with a
he
reporter?
did. He did tell someone off because he stepped on his foot or something. Or
Yeah. A movie I watched not long ago, Meatballs.
Oh, good one.
all right.
Terrible.
Did we
build-up.
say Caddyshack? We did say.
I
Yeah,
said
you did say
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
We said Stripes.
Yeah, he said. Yep. Bill freaking Murray. I don't know. I can't think.
You're good at this, Damo.
I got nothing.
Scrooged.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice one. Rushmore.
Gail Courtney act. Zombieland. Gail Courtney act.
I'm sitting on the same lounge as you.
Fucking hell.
What else has he done? Did you say The Life Aquatic?
Yeah.
What else did he won for Lost in Translation? I'm trying to think what else he won for. I don't know. That's enough.
All right. Well done, people.
Unreal.
That's a fast forward there. But anyway, I'll tell you what. Fast becoming the seventh favourite segment
Yeah,
of
it
the,
is. It's really
of
popular.
the show.
You hand you back your Pokemon card.
But now,
Charizard.
kick ass credit song. G is on the mic. How'd you go, mate?
Well, I came up with something.
I like that.
It's something. Let's just say that.
Yeah, okay.
It's right up Whitey's alley because it's up Whitey's alley because we're just going to have a little bit of a. I thought about the female character in this, and that was something that stood out as we thought it was bad. Was it as bad as last week's Rachel Marin?
No.
Now that's up. That is up
It's for
for
debate,
debate because this song is called "Who Does It Worst."
I
Oh,
like it.
Here we go. She's clutching her pearls, acting oh so grand, screaming out monkey for dinner or a scorpion in the sand, crying for diamonds or Indy in her bed while he's got a tuggy problem and hanging by a thread. We're deep in the castle and it's looking real bleak, but Willie's voice is higher than a mountain peak. Rounders cracking rocks with all the child sheep, and Indy's having a break in the cuddly black sleep. There was a fairly high rate of carry on. He's better off slugging shots with old Marion. So here is the question to which we're drawn. Is Willie's got another Rachel Marin? Who does it worse? They both sing like a dream across two heartthrobs of the silver screen. Who does it worst? We need to know. Compare these two movies we've done in a row. 71 screams. I think the winner is clear. Rachel was fine. The stalker was her fear. At least her character was quite sincere. And I still think Whitey's got no fucking idea. Who does it worst? It's Willie.
that could have been for both movies.
I gotta say,
So that's the first.
that was good.
That's the first ever Stambush that is dual movies.
Yeah.
It could be done for two movies.
Twin dongs.
Yeah, Twin Dogs.
Dong dong.
Jonathan Dawson.
Twin dongs.
Yeah.
I was thinking today, what could I do for a Temple of Doom movie song? And I came up with Doom, Doom, Doom.
Let's go back to my room. Paul the Carcass. And we can do it all right. We can make it feel right.
Star of the show, Sir Dimmy.
I think we're all going to be the same here.
It's got to be Harrison Ford,
Yep.
and I'm not even going to ask anyone again.
Yep.
The Rank Bank. Got a bit here. Chilled monkey brains.
Yeah, delicious.
Ceiling fan hangings.
Oh yeah, got that. That wouldn't have held his weight.
No. Spiky booby traps.
Yeah.
Horny showgirls. Short rounds.
Well, that's a good one.
Smoking feet.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer
Ooh.
knockouts.
Cartoon.
Molar arms. Heartless human sacrifice. Sankara stones.
No, I think probably the more iconic thing is the monkey brains.
Chilled monkey brains.
Screams.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
But I think I think that meal was definitely
monkey
popular
brains.
culture.
Yeah, monkey brain. Definitely the monkey when they
Yeah.
open it up. Yeah. Ooh, monkey brains.
That's probably my strongest memory from
Yeah.
this movie was the monkey brains.
Definitely.
I think when you're a kid, you see all those things like
Yeah.
when they slice open the snake and the
Yeah.
monkey brains. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, delicious.
Okay, so it's chilled monkey brains. Damo,
Yep.
how many chilled monkey brains are you giving Indiana Jones? and
Well,
the Temple of
as I
Doom?
said, I saw this in the movies and I was thoroughly disappointed when I saw it to the point where I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it again. And I did. And then I still think this movie is so average compared. The first one is just so freaking amazing. This is a 2.25 for me.
2.25.
I think it's rubbish. I think, no, it's got bits of it, the indie bits, but just everything around it is just horrible.
Okay.
Yep.
2.25.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's slightly better than The Hangover.
G-Man, how many chilled monkey brains for you?
I watch this. We've obviously dissected this, and there's a lot of things we can go through. I want to give it 3 chilled monkey brains, but it did mean a lot to me as a kid. I loved
Nostalgia?
it as a kid. A lot of nostalgia. I'm going to give it 3.5 chilled monkey brains
Okay. Fair enough.
because I just remember loving it. Loving it. I'm probably beyond it now. I'm a grumpy old man.
Okay.
But I think because obviously I was a bit older than you guys, so if I liked it when I was a kid, it would have changed the way I was thinking
Yeah.
about it now. I did not like it on the movies.
Well, you were
I was
14.
Yeah, no, I was pretty,
Yeah,
switched
you.
on,
Yeah.
highly intelligent.
Well, did you nearly get taken by the children catcher when you went to see this movie in the cinema?
He scared the shit out of me.
Okay. G-Man, this was hard for me because Indiana Jones is so iconic. And the first movie, Raiders, I gave 5.
Okay.
And it is a it's a hard 5.
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah.
It's an incredible film.
I'm on par. All pretty close. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
It's an incredible film.
Yep.
And this is such a letdown from that movie.
This is Mad Max 3. This was what it's like for me to go from Mad Max 2 to Mad
It
Max 3.
sort of is.
It's the same.
It's-
I have the same feeling
yeah,
of like this
yeah.
is just shit.
But in saying that, watching it with Bell got me to understand that
The
they
angle,
were going
the target
target audience,
target
right?
audience,
So I'm not going to be as kind as Gow. I actually was going to give this 2.5.
Ooh.
And thought, no, this is better. For me, it's better than a 5 movie. So I'm giving it 3 chilled monkey brains.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm not sure the next time I'll watch it.
Oh, I will never watch.
Like
this
I'll
again.
watch. I reckon I'll watch Raiders once a year. I'm not sure I'll watch this again. It's probably out of the trilogy. It's the one I've watched the least. Last Crusade I've watched more than Temple of Doom, and I'm not sure how the next time I'll watch Last Crusade either.
Yeah, and then there's the 2 new ones. What was the one before the Dial of Destiny?
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That was stupid.
You know what? It had potential until the whole alien thing. Again,
Oh my
it's
God.
George Lucas, right?
Yeah.
It's George Lucas. Just let Steve.
Or the truck hanging on a tree off
No,
the
the
cliff.
monkey swinging.
Yeah, and the monkey swinging. Shia LaBeouf
Yeah,
swinging through
yeah,
the
it's
jungle like
just,
Tarzan.
You know, if you're working with Steven Spielberg, who is without a doubt in the top 5 filmmakers of all time,
yeah, let him
do it.
cook.
Yeah, George, you've
Yeah.
shown.
Yeah.
You've shown what you can do. You had a run and you made 4 good movies. Let Stephen cook. And this feels so hamstrung by him. It's got his fingerprints all over it.
Yep.
G-Man, where does this sit in the pantheon of the rank bank?
It sits at 2.92 chilled monkey brains, on par with 2.92 gung ho iguanas.
Ooh,
Or
what's that?
The Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter.
Oh, right.
It is right above a whole heap of movies at 2.8. Or no, 3 movies at 2.83, which is The Goonies, Behind Enemy Lines, and Wayne's World.
Well, short rounds in 2.
Yeah. It's just below Enemy of the State. So it brings us into number 129.
Wow.
Not
For an
bad.
Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's horrible to
Look, I
think.
Look, it sits right around, as we said, The Goonies, The Last Starfighter. I rewatched The Last Starfighter. Wasn't great.
I loved it.
But they're all kind of these sort of actiony, but not real.
But mate, it's above The Bodyguard. It's above
Okay.
That's, yep, agreed.
above Pretty Woman. It's above Cocktail Road. It's above quite a few.
Yeah, look,
Pretty Woman, I'd go higher.
do you know that the thing with The Last Starfighter is fully self-aware of what it is, right?
It's a kids' movie. Like it's a
But it's
young
fully
person's movie,
self-aware of that, right? This
Doesn't
is having an identity crisis, Temple of Doom, and it's sad. And I reckon you only notice it watching it now. No, for the reasons.
Yeah.
I think you might not have liked it because it was such so different to Raiders. But now you can see why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with it being darker.
No.
In fact,
Dark's fine,
if they had actually really
Embrace the
dived in and
darkness, yeah.
embraced the darkness,
Yeah.
it would have been way better.
I think so.
But
yeah.
they didn't do that.
Then the jokes.
Yeah, the jokes are
Yeah.
bad. The jokes are bad. Okay, well done, people. That is another episode of Born to Watch in the Bag. Next week, we're looking forward to what I think could be one of Tom Cruise's best movies ever.
I'd have to agree.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yep.
This is a cracking film. I'm really interested to talk about it.
Yep.
Because there is a lot to talk about with it. Bill Paxton is in it.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, really good.
Drill Sergeant.
Brendan Gleeson's in it.
Yep.
Emily
the
Blunt.
General. Oh my God.
Yeah, and
The Angel of Verdun.
the Angel of Verdun.
Rita Vitaski.
Yep, Rita Vitaski.
Yeah.
Great movie. Really unexpected. It's Doug
Totally.
Liman. Doug
Totally
Liman.
unexpected.
Yeah, totally unexpected. Because it had a bit of production hell.
Right.
It came out as Live Die Repeat in the States, as the name Live Die
Oh, yeah,
Repeat.
yeah, I get it,
Which
yeah,
is effectively what happens.
Yeah.
People, if you've not seen Edge of Tomorrow, this is one that I think you should go and watch. And we'll be talking obviously a lot about it next week. Do your homework. Edge of Tomorrow. It's great.
Yep. Oh, and now we're gonna have a. What are we doing? We're gonna laugh it out.
Oh, we're going to laugh it out, are we?
Yeah.
See you later, Dr. Jones.
Oh, brilliant.